Hello everyone, and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be playing a game against another master. This is a rapid game. Our thought process will hopefully be instructive. I'll go for d5 in this game. Maybe I should have tried the Dutch, as I've recently looked in a book on how you play the Dutch. But okay, too late now. I tend to play knight f6 here. I don't see any reason not to do it, so sure. Okay, this is not the most common opening, because after bishop f5 I think it's very difficult for white to claim any advantage. Let me just double check. So c4, e6, queen b3, or maybe c6 instead. Because I'm thinking if it makes any sense to play c6 and then bishop c5. Yeah, I think it's more sensible so that I don't have to think about bishop f5, c4. Yeah, bishop f5 is the plan. E6. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this move. Then the question is, on which square do I put my bishop, on d6 or e7? Okay, it goes for queen b3, which looks very strange after a move like queen b6. I wonder what his idea is. Okay, I play queen b6. If he takes on d5, then I take on b3, and I'm better. If he takes on b6, pawn takes b6. I'm also doing good, so I don't know what he wants. Okay, he might play knight d2, but I don't see a reason why this is so good for him. He goes for this. Fair enough. In some game I wanted to try queen a6 in a similar position. Maybe I can try it out here. Let's see, what are my other options? Queen c7 and queen takes b3. Okay, queen c7 runs into bishop f4. It's not that dangerous after queen c8, but maybe I want to play queen a6 instead. Queen takes b3, pawn takes b3. Knight a6. Doesn't seem too convincing either, to be honest. So I'll go for queen a6. Is there anything dangerous then? He'll castle. I'll play knight d7. Yeah, there's no real danger. My queen is a bit offside, but if he castles, it'll take ages for him to play like rook e1, bishop f1 to try to be annoying to my queen. So I don't believe in this for him. My idea is knight bd7 and b6, and I will have a better pawn structure than my opponent. This shouldn't be any advantage for white in this position. And also c5, this is a very risky move to make, because now I have ideas of both the b6 and the e5 pawn breaks, which I will try to execute. Now, of course, you also need to get my pieces out with knight d7 and bishop e7, and it goes for bishop f1, which is kind of interesting, to be honest. It's very original, but I think I must have something good here. I have to be a bit careful because he is threatening e4. A move like b5 could make sense, but then I know I will never be able to go for the b6 pawn break. Another idea is to, of course, play queen a5 check. And then go to c7, but after queen a5, knight c3, queen c7, bishop f4, he's been able to develop some of his pieces. Another idea is of course knight e4, but I don't really believe in this. It's prophylaxis against the move e3, but after knight e4 maybe knight h4 is interesting. But knight e4 does not look too stupid either, to be honest. Many choices. So my opponent wants to go e4, that's the obvious part. Bishop takes b1 is also an option, but I don't really believe in such a move. Though it's not completely idiotic, and then play b6. But I don't really believe in this. Okay, the natural knight e4. Is there anything wrong with it tactically? e3? No. Knight h4, okay. I mean, I was intending to play b6 then. And just claim that, okay, he might be able to take on f5, but I have all my pawns on light squares almost. Yeah, this is nothing to be afraid of. I sometimes use too much time, I wonder why. And now b6 is a tempting move so that I'm able to answer e3 with queen b7. Looks sensible to me. If he takes b6, I can consider taking with the queen. Then he might probably play queen d1, but then I have c5, and I think I'm better. Taking with the queen is not so stupid, but okay, he'll probably play bishop g2, to be honest. I mean, there's no... Queen takes b3 isn't that good for me in that position. I mean, after pawn takes b6, queen takes b6, bishop g2, okay, it's not a serious threat. So we might play e3, then I'll probably play queen b7, but queen c8 is also interesting, offering him to take a pawn. Getting a pretty serious initiative for it. But the inclusion of e3 and g3 look very strange after a move like e3. So do I actually go for the fancy queen c8? Sacrificing a pawn, but then I get knight e7, queen b3, c5. Oh, I think I'm experiencing problems with the connection. It's not good. Okay, nice. I'm back. It's good to see. This is the first serious thing my opponent has had in this game, but if he doesn't show anything concrete, then black is simply better, so he has to be very concrete here in order to prove something. e3, queen c8, takes 97, queen b3 only move. Bishop takes c5. Queen a5 is also a move after e3, but I don't really believe in it, as the queen is quite misplaced on a5. It is a pin on c3, it's not completely idiotic, with the idea of bishop b4 and some variations. Okay, goes 3-3. Like, the problem is I'm not threatening to take on c5, which I would really like to. So he'll play bishop e2 most likely. Knight d7. Doesn't look too stupid. And what other options do I have in this position? Queen c8, it's a bit passive, but maybe also not so bad. Queen b7. Okay, I'm going for queen a5. Any tactics? I don't see any tactics. Now knight bd7 is of course the move I want to make next. Actually, I could, if he plays bishop e2, I can consider taking on c5. But after queen b7, bishop d6, it's very risky because there's no guarantee that his queen is actually trapped. He might find some kind of resource and it's suddenly not trapped. Okay, goes for something completely different. I'm honestly ready to let him take on f5. So the question is, can I take on c5? Queen b7. Takes on d4. Takes on a8, queen b6. d4, bishop b4. It looks very interesting, but I simply don't know if it works tactically. I don't really believe in it. Let's go knight d7. Is there anything wrong with knight d7? No, there's not. Okay, I assume he'll take on f5 so I can pre-move that. And I think he'll take on b6. And I can consider bishop b4. The bishop is misplaced here, but it's not such a stupid idea, of course. Pawn takes c5, bishop takes f5. Rook b8 is not possible. Bishop d6 cancels. Very unclear what happens afterwards. Pawn takes c5, bishop takes f5, bishop d6 I thought. Castles. No, I don't really believe in it. Let's go g6. Okay, he sacrifices on c5. To me that looks like a free pawn. Is there any reason it's not a free pawn? He wants to play queen b7. I see now. Okay, in that case I'll go for bishop e7, though I might have misplayed this slightly. Though it's still a very unclear position, of course. I want to castle next. I don't know how to evaluate this position, to be honest. Okay, it takes an e4. This is a kind of sensible decision. I want to take with the d pawn just so I don't open up his bishop, but of course strategically it's much better to take with the f pawn, so that I have more pawns in the center. But then I'm not able to castle. Okay, I get the d5 square too actually, so I'll go for d takes e4 so that I can castle next move and just get the pieces out finally. He has an interesting idea, rook d1, but okay, it's not so dangerous, to be honest. Now it's extremely tempting to take on c5. But what ideas would he have? A bishop d2, queen b5. Pawn takes, queen takes c5. Okay, I don't see any danger. He'll throw in bishop d2, getting some development. He'll probably play queen b6 or queen b5. He'll take on c5, I'll play queen takes c5. And castle, and okay, and I'm up a pawn. And potentially, if I'm able to trade off the bishops, I have a pretty decent knight against a relatively bad bishop. So after bishop d2, do I go for queen b6? I think I do. Okay, bishop c3, then I just castle. Takes on c5, queen takes c5. Knight takes c5 with ideal knight d3 is also very interesting. Definitely not a position to be afraid of. Does he have any other ideas than bishop d2, b4? No, of course not. Then I don't know. f3 is slow because okay, I take on f3, he might be able to play e4, but okay, he goes for this. Yeah, I said this is crazy, but he still does it, yeah. Typical. Okay, it's tempting to take with the pawn queen takes c6, rook d8. Then I'm able to plant a very good knight on d5. Should I go for it? Queen takes b4, rook b1, queen a5, bishop d2. I give up a lot of development. After queen c7, it's not clear, but yeah, I have no idea if it's bad or not after queen c7. I'll go for the simpler option of simply taking on b4. Because after queen takes c6, rook d8, after I castle, I pretty much have all pieces in the game. Do I give him a passed pawn? But I don't really believe in it. I can block it on the d5 square very easily. Okay, rook d8 was my idea. Is there any problem with it? No, there's no problem with it. At least it's a very invisible problem. He can definitely go for the a3 pawn break at some point, but not right away, yeah? It's tempting to play queen b6 so that he will never have a3. Sorry, so that a3 will not be as good. Can just castle. Yeah. Now he has a3 actually. Then I'll probably play a5. Maybe the fancy knight f6 is also not so bad, but then probably don't have any advantage. Okay, let's go for knight f6. This gives him an option to play rook c6, queen b8, bishop takes b4, but I'm very slightly better here. Actually, maybe the more active queen b7 would have been better. But hard to say. If he wants to take pawn on the rim, makes sense. Okay, I guess I won't sacrifice it. Oh, I just blundered the game in one move. Shit. After rook takes f6, I'm dead lost. He'll probably notice and I'll have to resign. Yeah. It's very unfortunate. I was much better. Doesn't change anything, of course, but okay. Why not? Without the pawns, I would have had a chance to draw this game, but now it's impossible, pretty much. Yeah, the best move, of course. Just winning the game. Okay, I guess I'll take on d4. Take on f8 and I'll take on a1. Okay, this way I can defend my pawn a bit more stubbornly, but doesn't really help. Guess I'll go for king g7, trying to activate my king. But here it's already over, of course. There's not many things I can do. I guess I'll play g5 with the idea of pushing f4 at some point. I might as well push it now. It loses a pawn, but... yeah, it loses a pawn. Go for h5 maybe with the idea of h4 at some point. Okay, wants to play bishop d4. That is unfortunate. I'll sacrifice a pawn. Idea of h4, he takes, and I play f4. I mean, it doesn't matter what I do now because it's dead lost, but it gives me something. Not much. This is of course also a logical way to play. Throw in f4. Should have taken on g3 first, of course. At least trading off a pawn. Go for king f5 with the idea of bishop e5. Okay, this is nothing for me. Without his a pawn, I would have had chances. Do I have anything here? I don't think so. Yeah, this was very sad, one blunder. Very sad. I don't see any moves. I just hung a pawn on h4. Yeah, I can resign. Okay. I'll analyze this game myself. It's a humiliating loss. Okay, but the HP1 I don't like. Maybe this guy wants to play. I'll take a look at this game quickly. Knight e4, okay. Yeah, maybe I have something better than knight e4. What could it be? What other moves was I considering? I wasn't really thinking too much about bishop e4, but okay, bishop takes b1 is one move I can play, but I don't really believe in. If I don't have to, then I don't want to give up this bishop. I was also thinking about something like this, and then b6, but I didn't like this either, of course. Okay, knight 4 is just some kind of move. Okay, trying to break apart his center. Gerhard saved queen a5 or queen b7 or queen c8, that's better. I wasn't sure exactly how much compensation I get here. Thinking about something like this, but maybe I'll something better than c5. I thought rook b8, but why is this such a good move? But the computer loves it for me, so I shouldn't have been afraid. Then queen c8 is probably just better than queen a5, to be honest. Knight h4 is very slow, so here it's clear that I'm better. Okay, here I'm much better. Okay, I wasn't sure how I take, because this is much better positionally, but you know, I open up the bishop, takes more time to castle, it's not very safe. If it would have been a standard chess, I would have fought much more to see if I'm able to take with the f-pawn. But okay, he gave up a pawn, he gave up another pawn. I wasn't sure if I could take with the queen, which I honestly could. Like, honestly, how bad could this possibly be? Okay, he can generate some play, but 2 pawns are 2 pawns. I should obviously have taken with the queen. Taking with the pawn is nonsense. I played rook d8. Yeah, this was the plan. This is logical move. Bishop d2. Okay, queen b6 makes sense. Queen e4 castles. c1, and here I probably had something better than knight f6. I mean, I'm just a pawn up. If I don't mess up, then I win, yeah? And knight e5 is a very interesting move, which of course I didn't notice during the game, but it looks kind of strong. Queen b7 is probably not so bad too, so that he has no rook c6. And now I'm also threatening knight c5. Actually, I'm not threatening knight c5. Or, yeah, I'm not doing. But knight c5 is an idea in some positions for sure. Okay, knight f6 isn't that bad, but it's inaccurate. So here I've given him much more play than he needs. Okay, obviously I was thinking about just sacrificing the pawn, but I couldn't find out the best way to do this. It's tempting to place a knight well here, but okay. My pieces can get a bit shaky sometimes too, so... Okay, I mean, knight f6 was obviously not a very good move. Knight e5 or queen b7 would have been better. After that, it's not interesting. Let's have a look at what a computer has to say. Let's make sure my face is visible. Yeah, this is what a suffering chess player looks like. But I might recover. I might. I'm just kidding. A couple of minutes and I won't be so sad. I think we've all been there, the pain of losing a game. But it's also very important to handle actually during tournaments. To do something which makes you happy. It can be anything from exercising, watching a movie, talking with a good friend. It's very important after a loss to shake it off. Okay, let's see what this week analysis engine says. Okay, queen a6. My idea actually is appreciated by the computer. That's good to see. But bishop f1, the computer likes this move. That's a bit crazy. I don't really believe in it. Okay, I was thinking about bishop e4, but why the hell is this so great? Maybe knight d2 is nothing to think about, of course. And why nerf is knight h4 so good? I thought I would just play like a normal human knight d7. But now I'm able to see that he had f3. Okay, queen a5, it's not clear, yeah? So maybe not f3 right away. Aha, I see now. It wants to play f3 in the following position, but why is f3 so dangerous? Knight d2, of course. Yeah, I'm sure we both missed this. Alright. Knight c3, b6. Very logical pawn break in these positions when white has pushed c5. So therefore it's very risky to push c5 as white. Okay, e3, just some kind of move. It's interesting how queen a5 is something the computer doesn't hate, but queen c8 is probably better. Okay, knight 7 getting the piece out. Bishop is misplaced on h3. I don't like this move at all. Okay, it agreed with my decision on not taking on c5 instead of playing g6. Okay, castles, bishop e7. Whoa. Okay, I mean, why on earth does it advocate taking on c3? It takes with a pawn and... What happens here? What am I missing? This is what I am missing, yeah? And then the genius e4. Okay, e4 is logical, of course, but still a pretty nice move, and then white still fights, yeah? This is... okay, white has many pawns up, but white has crazy good development. It's... I didn't notice it. Okay, black is obviously better with accurate moves, but you also have to make accurate moves. Okay, bishop e7, getting the piece out. Logical human move. Knight takes e4. Okay, the computer agrees with my decision to take with the d pawn. Sure. Okay, this gives up a pawn, which I gladly took. Whoa, it doesn't even talk about taking with the queen. How come? That's nonsense, I think. I mean, taking with queen is the first reaction. Apparently, the computer actually believes that white has some compensation after the move g4, yeah? Okay, I didn't think of g4, to be honest. But it doesn't look too great. Okay, takes. Is f5 possible? Yeah, f5 is possible. Castle. Then Rook b7. Whoa, black has to be really careful here too, yeah? So maybe taking with pawn is not such a bad practical decision, I don't know. Rook b8. Yeah, maybe it's kind of logical to defend on... b4 with the rook as well. Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Then after bishop d2, okay, what's the next move? Then you can't castle right away, yeah, which was my concern. Queen f6, okay, queen a4. Queen b7, queen b5 takes. Okay, I didn't spot bishop d8, okay. There's limit to how good I am, just yet. But okay, in some years I'm sure I'll be able to spot rook b8 with the idea of queen b6 and bishop d8. A few years. Bishop d2, queen b6, yeah, okay, queen a4, logical move. Castles, rook x1, kind of logical move. But yeah, the computer likes my idea of knight e5, which I noticed after the game. It would have been really good to play it in the game too. Okay, now he's starting to get very serious compensation, and I just blundered the game away in one move. Alright, I'm feeling very slightly better, but thank you for watching this video, guys. And I know you learned a lot from it. See you in the next video, guys.